Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Now, God bless you. Now, I'd like us to start talking right now. Give us a mandate. If you're available, talk to us, my brother. Good evening to you.
Thank you very much. Hopefully, you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Greetings to you, the panelists, and everybody. Thank you for doing this again today. Truly appreciate the effort and the time. Comment section, I greet everyone. Thank you very much. Uh, Hopefully, everybody enjoyed your weekend. Mr. Elvis, hopefully, you enjoy your weekend. Well, um, we are back here again, and it's a very, very tough situation in Nigeria. And when I say very tough, I mean very, very tough. But let's start with the last video that you played. I think is a video of you played the video of Oraka before the last one, and I quickly did some little research and then sent you something that I pulled up for my research. See, whenever something is debunked, whenever somebody comes and then tells you, oh, what they are talking about is not true, there's truly an element of truth in that thing being debunked. Now, from what Oraka said about that sign, now when I pull some stuff from research, it shows that Tinubu guys have debunked the fact that that comment by Oraka on that sign that it was truth, and then they came out and debunked and said no, it was a broken fetal, a broken chain, which signifies freedom. But rather, people have actually held him to the fact that that sign represents that snake beating itself and destroying itself, and also enjoying from the trauma that it's doing against itself. Now, why I speak on this and then why it's very, very critical and important is the fact that I tell people that I encounter here, maybe in conversation and things like that, maybe African Americans, ask them for the meaning of their names, like Sheila. You see different name and you ask them, what does your name mean? They tell you, oh, my name does not have a meaning. And I tell them, names have meanings, and so your name should carry a meaning. So why I actually say all this is the fact that that sign connotes something, and Nigerians should probably think deep and also think about the fact that Oraka brought that up, and then now leverage that on what we are going through as a country. That what we are suffering today just ink on the fact that what this guy is carrying around as a sign depicts the suffering of the country. And even before now, I have been looking at that sign and said, what does this guy, why would somebody have this sign for a very long time and it doesn't change? Everywhere you go, you see that signature sign on him and things like that. See, what we are suffering in that country today is a sign of whatever that sign represents on him. So Nigerians, we are either in for deliverance if we choose to fight together and then save the country, or the country is set for a doom. And set for a doom because now you now have the worst of criminals sit in power and destroy themselves. Now, based on what Oraka said, you see, when you play the video of Mr. Jesu Tega on Okpasa, you know, Jesu Tega made a very, very critical statement about Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said that Tinubu did not win the election, that they knew what they did for Tinubu to win the election, and that when Tinubu became the president in court, the current president, that he now forgot all of them that worked for him to become the president. And for him to have done that, they will make sure that he doesn't come back for second term. That is a very, very critical statement to be made by somebody that support the criminal to be a president and say, you know what, come second term, this guy will not be the president. Now, the question I ask Nigeria is that, Nigerians, you may think that comment made by Oraka, made by Onokpasa was just a mere statement. But where is Onokpasa just take today? You can ask yourself, add 1 + 1, and then you can begin to read between the line what Magnus Oraka said about that sign, and then you ask yourself, where is Jesu Tega Onokpasa. The guy is gone. But the man they fought for, the man they almost ruined their life for, is still here as a criminal in quotes in power today. That tells you that regardless of how that snake beat itself, he still want to enjoy from the proceed of his own pain that he'll unleash on himself. Now you now bring that to Bwala. Now, Mr. Elvis, I will always refer back to what you told maybe someone like me in private, and then maybe people like Madam Rita give us Black Panther and then other people, on the fact that these guys, they come to you with juicy money and things like that, but you tell them, oh no, I cannot say these words, and then you bring me money, and I begin to say, actually, actually, that anytime we hear you say actually, that means something has happened. And the last time I checked, I have not heard actually from your mouth. That means nothing has happened. Mr. Elvis, when Abati said that Bwala shouldn't have gone to where he went to, no, Abati, Bwala is entitled to go to every platform on which they invite him to come and speak for the criminal president in power. Why? Because Bwala believes that Tinubu has done something good. He does not have any skeleton in his cupboard, and that's why he must show up anywhere they invite him to come and speak for Tinubu. So, Abati, on that front, you were very, very wrong. Bwala must show up. In fact, if CNN invites Bwala to come and speak, Bwala has the right to show up. Because why? Tinubu is not a criminal in the face of Bwala. As a matter of fact, Bwala said, and I quote, that with Tinubu and his militia gangs, we are planning to buy him. So, Bwala, you must go everywhere. So, Abati, on that front, you were wrong. It is either allegedly money has also changed hand for you, Ruben Abati, and now you are stylishly singing the praise of the criminal in power, and then deceiving Nigerians, saying that, oh, we are with you. Abati, you are not with Nigerians. You are not with Nigerians. You are stylishly just playing to the gallery. But it is so sad that a man like you, I mean, I served in Guardian newspaper. I have seen Abati one-on-one. I served in Guardian newspaper. I did my IT after my OND Lagos. I did IT in Guardian newspaper. I have been fortunate to go and give Abati money because I was in the account department then in Guardian newspaper. So when he was writing his column, I will know his story. It is only sad to now see that this man, that people will on Thursday, Guardian newspaper, everybody wants to read Abati's column. You can fact check me. Everybody sits down on Thursday waiting for Abati columns to hit Guardian newspaper, and then they want to sit down and read. But today, what have you seen? Abati is not different from Bwala. They are just the same thing. So what Abati is trying to do is that he's telling Bwala, you shouldn't have gone there. No, Abati, Bwala needs to show up everywhere they invite him. He must show up. In fact, if Mr. Elvis, if we now say, Mr. Elvis, we need you to bring Bwala here, you will send him a letter and say, my panelists or my audience needs you, Bwala, to come and tell us what Tinubu have done in the past 1 year that he's been in government. So, Abati, he must show up. Now, when you critique Hassan, with all due respect, Abati, you are older. You are older. If it's in the same country where there's no corruption, where there's no evil, the likes of Hassan will come and learn from you. Now, let me cite a scenario. Do you know, sir, that Ronaldinho of Barcelona, then Barcelona, told people that he learned from JJ Okocha most of the styles that he plays with. Ronaldinho said it live that he learned from JJ Okocha. Of why? Because JJ was older than Ronaldinho, and JJ was playing some. I mean, JJ played
good football. So, Abati, if it's in the same country where you are a man of dignity and character, people like Mahdi Hassan should learn from you. But rather, a young journalist, a young man that sits in Algeria after working in different places was able to see, Mr. Elvis, what Hassan did for Bwala, if I am allowed, it can be depicted like somebody took a man, put him in his own coffin, and then nailed him and buried him. That was what Mahdi Hassan did for Bwala. He took him up, took a coffin, put Bwala there, nailed him, and buried him. That was what Mahdi Hassan did. Because why? They were your own words. But the question I ask, even though as this thing is going everywhere, people are laughing, people are making fun of it. The critical thing that we ask ourselves is that all of those words that Bwala said about Tinubu, were they truth or they were lies? Did Tinubu truly have militia? You can liken it to what happened in Lagos State when MC Oluomo came out and said, if you will not vote for the criminal drug baron, Mama Chukudi, do not come and vote. We knew what happened to people in Lagos State. My brothers from the southeast were being tortured. A man wore jalabia to go and vote. Wasiu Ayinde went, took cane and flogged that man. Is that not militia? Or what MC Oluomo did? A lady stabbed in the face. In that election, over 80 people were pied. A 19-year-old boy killed himself. Was that not a militia, Mr. Elvis? We saw how Tinubu said, snatch it, grab it, and run with it. Is that not a malicious statement? So what Bwala said then, and then tried to defend on Al Jazeera, Bwala was just fighting against his own truth. Yes, Bwala was fighting against his own truth. Bwala said truth, but was trying to make his own truth a lie. Bwala, Mahdi Hassan buried you and just roasted you. Now going to Rufai. Rufai, you are a celebrated person. And as a matter of fact, Rufai, I love you as a brother. When we give you woto, we will give. When it comes to giving you cane, we cane you. When you do good, we tell you that is a good brother. So Rufai, I drop my cap for you. When you do what we don't like, we tell you, we flog you. You go back home, you dust yourself, you dance, you show us video, and then you come back out, and then you do the good thing. That's a good Nigerian. So, Rufai, I understand. You mellow down. But Bwala is not your brother, Rufai. Because before the interview with Mahdi Hassan, the same thing Mahdi Hassan did was what you did, Rufai. Yes! You told them, fact check me. And you were the first person that called out Bwala and said, this man, you lack integrity. So Rufai, how a man without integrity has become your brother, I don't know. But Rufai, we know you. You are a brother to Elvis. You are brother to me. You are brother to Mr. F. Emmanuel. You are brother to Black Panther, Mr. Jonathan, Madam Lisa. But when it comes to people like Bwala, he's not your brother. No. He has buried himself. So let him face. Let him face his. Let him go and sew his cloth where it has torn. I mean, when you say Bwala is not poor, I wonder. With all the respect, how do you define that he's not poor? Because what Bwala did, Bwala is a poor man. Yes, Bwala is a poor man. A rich man will not lie against his own truth, Mr. Elvis. The only reason why you stop showing us video is because some bad people were even against your good. But you told us how you make your own money. I can tell you how I make my money. If Emmanuel can tell you how he make his own money. Madam Rita can tell you how, even though she eats black soup sent to some of us virtually, she can tell you how she makes her money. But Bwala told lie. He told truth and lied against his own truth. All because he wants to make money. That's a poor man. You know where Rino Mokri is? Rino Mokri spoke against Tinubu. He's a drug baron. You know Rino Mokri is in Mexico. Where is Mexico? That is the drug house. Mr. Elvis, the head of cartel in Mexico, you know how much bounty was placed on him? $15 million was placed on the head of the criminal drug baron in Mexico, the head of their cartel, $15 million until they paid him. So, Mr. Elvis, Bwala is a poor man. He's intelligently poor. He's poor in wealth. He's poor in dignity. He's all the way poor. You cannot compare him to you. You stand tall, sir, and that's why we respect you. We can have a day here. I mean, if I do anything wrong now, you call me and I call you out. That's how brothers live. But Bwala, you cannot be compared to Bwala. You far from them. So, my brother, Bwala is a poor man. He has swallowed his own vomit. He's a disaster to humanity. And his family, I'm trying to pick up the picture of his family. Let's put them online. Let's shame them. These guys are criminals. Like Madam Rita said here, we need a benevolent dictator in Nigeria. Jerry Rawlings, please, happen to Nigeria. If I'm one of them, happen to me. Yes. If I'm one of the evil people in Nigeria, happen to me, Jerry Rawlings. This country has been destroyed and decimated by these criminals. Bwala is a poor man. Mahdi Hassan took him, put him in his coffin, and buried him. Mr. Elvis, thank you very much.
All right, my brother, you said it all. Yeah, if it comes to Rufai calling Bwala my brother, I don't know why. But in terms of not get money is poor. Somebody that is a special advisor to President go poor. How he go poor? Is it possible?
Mr. Elvis,
It's not possible.
Mr. Elvis.
These people don't share money anyhow. So,
Mr. Elvis, I met a man here over the weekend. You know what they do in Nigeria? Project of 3 million naira is turned to 33 million naira. Was that money earned legitimately? These are criminals. These are poor men.
no. When it comes to illegitimate earning, I understand where you are coming from. But yeah, okay. Can somebody say Tinubu is poor now, for example? You can't. So yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
How did he make the money?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, I get that. Yes. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. I'd like us to move on to the next person